In this day and age, we're always criticizing social media because it's so quick and everybody gets everything faster and it's a constant criticism. I don't criticize that. I love it because I like the fact that back when I was in high school, if I watched CNN with my father, I was too embarrassed the next day to come to school and talk about what I'd seen because it was considered nerdy. But nowadays, you have kids who can go on the internet, go on social media and see the latest news events and see what's going on, who gets elected into office, what economic things are happening, things like that. And it's part of being cool because they see it on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. In fact, I have a lot of college-age friends who get their news, who literally say, I get my news from Twitter, which is a great thing. The downside to it, of course, is we're perpetuating more of the get-rich-quick schemes because of the fact that we're so used to getting everything immediate. These days, we have people saying, you can get rich like this, you can get rich like that. When the market's great, that's awesome. It is easy to get rich. But anybody can be rich when things are going well. The question becomes, what happens when the market goes from euphoria down to the other pendulum part, which is depression, and all of a sudden you have asset prices going lower? What happens to people who are leveraged too high, who had investors and they didn't really know what they were doing when markets go down? That's when you have the issues, and that's when I have issues with all the get-rich-quick scheme guys. I've been watching real estate investing for 20 years and investing in general for 20 years since I was in high school. And I'll tell you right now, the guys who were big back then on Get Rich Quick, guess where they are now? They're not around. And I'm willing to bet the guys who are out today telling you to get rich quick, when this market's over and people aren't buying their Get Rich Quick packets and, seminars, they're going to be gone too. They'd have made all their money from selling a lot of product and getting a lot of information, but where are the people who out there, getting all the information they did in the past and building wealth from it? You don't see it. I don't know anybody who nowadays is doing real estate that can tell me, yeah, I got started because of Carlton Sheets getting rich quick 20 years ago, buying no money down and buying tax lien foreclosures. I don't know anybody who did that. Who's now around today, who's built a good real estate portfolio. Does that mean it's not out there? No, but I'm pretty active in the real estate community, investing community. I don't see it. Nowadays, there are guys like Grant Cardone, Cody Spieber, and other guys who are sitting there selling. They're putting their Lamborghinis, their private jets, their Rolls Royces, their Bentleys, and they're showing you contracts and saying, look at the deal I just bought. Well, okay, you just bought a deal. That's great. In 06, I know a lot of people who bought a lot of deals who regretted that just 2 years later and lost their asses and went bankrupt and couldn't afford the payments on those because when asset prices are going up and they're bragging about buying a $10 million piece of real estate with their contract, yeah, maybe in a year it's worth $12 million and they can sell it and make a quick $1 million or $2 million. But what happens if the market turns and that $10 million piece of real estate is only worth 8 now or 7 or 6? Doesn't seem possible. I know it's been 10 years, but in financial memory is considered 4 years, but these things do happen. Prices do go down. All of a sudden, it just takes a matter of seconds before people all of a sudden care. It just takes one incident to occur to all of a sudden people care about what prices they're paying. Banks all of a sudden won't lend to you, and you can't buy a $10 million piece of real estate for $10 million. You can only buy it for $7 million because the bank will only lend you $5 million on it. These things do happen, and that's what's being perpetuated in the market today. I'm not seeing people talk about the fundamentals. I don't see Cody and Grant talking about income and expenses on a property. All I hear them saying is, hey, look, I got a jet, I got a car, I've got a beautiful house now because I bought this $20 million piece of real estate. Well, they could be charging a lot of fees to their investors. And there's so many different stories that you don't even hear. And 10 years from now, those guys aren't doing real estate anymore. Either they made their money or they lost their money because of these things, but they're there just to sell you a program that says, hey, you're going to get rich quick from me, pay me $100,000 to get you rich quick. That doesn't work long term. I'm trying to sit there and teach you, be patient. Learn the right time, the right way to buy at the right times, and over a long period of time, you will do very, very well and you will make millions of dollars in wealth. A lot of times I've been approached by people, everyday people who say to me, Paul, I see you're making a lot of money in real estate. How do I do it? When I hear that, I always chuckle because I think to myself, okay, well, what reason do you have to go out and get in real estate? It's never been during bad times they want to get into real estate. It's only during good times they want to get into real estate. So I think to myself, they're chasing a dollar. They're seeing everybody doing something. They see everybody making money and they go, oh, it's happening for them. Why can't it happen for me? That's all great, but to me it has that, the reason I've always shied away from it, it has that get rich quick kind of feel to it, which I want to avoid at all costs. What I want to do is help people build wealth long term by learning what it takes to own real estate during good times and especially during bad times. Because one of the things you need to understand is when times are bad, and they will be bad again, it always happens, there are cycles. I want you to be able to say, boy, I really learned the right way to own real estate. Prices are lower. I can go make even more money now than before. And you're going to go buy a lot of real estate and make a lot of money. The one thing I want you to avoid is running and following the trends and following everybody's hype to potential gain short term, but long term might be problems and losses. So let me say that again. I'm not into the get rich quick. My goal is to build long-term wealth and to help you understand what builds long-term wealth. Building long-term wealth isn't just about doing deals. It's about doing good deals in all markets. In bad markets, it's easier to do good deals. Let me repeat that. It's easier to do good deals in bad markets. When everyone is avoiding real estate, you will do the best when you do real estate during those times. When everybody's flooding to real estate, you will do worse. We are not buying anything right now. In fact, we've sold our biggest asset just on Friday. 4 days ago, we sold our biggest asset because we got a price that we thought to ourselves, we're not going to see this price again for many years. Let's just exit. And that's what we've done. We took our profit, we're moving on and waiting for the bad times so that when a potential 07, 08, 09 happens, it doesn't even have to be that bad. As long as prices go backwards, we will do better and we'll buy more assets that way.